Hello students, today we are going to take up the world's hardest easy problem in geometry and we'll be solving it using the basic concepts of triangle that you have already studied. Now, this particular problem has been popular ever since 1922. So let's begin.
So this is the particular problem that I was talking about. This is the world's hardest easy problem in geometry, in which there is a triangle and there are some known angles and you have to find one unknown angle x. Now from the looks of it, this problem might seem very easily doable. So I would give you some time to actually try and attempt solving this question. In case you're not able to find it out, then you can proceed with this video and look at the solution. There are basically two concepts that are actually going to be used. One is the angle sum property for triangle, which says that the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. And the second concept is about the property of isosceles triangle. So in an isosceles triangle, two sides are equal and two angles are equal. So that is what we are going to use. Using these two things, we are going to solve this particular problem. So let's begin. Okay, so now in this particular problem, we first draw a line BG such that BG is equal to BC. This construction you can do. So you now have a triangle BCG that is marked here. In this particular triangle, you have BG equal to BC. So you draw BG equal to GC. That's a construction that you do. Once you do the construction, you have this complete angle is already given as 80 degrees because this is 50, this is 50 and this is 30. So you have 80 degrees. And since these two sides are equal, so opposite angles will be equal and this will become 80 degrees. Once this becomes 80 degrees, this particular angle from the angle sum property of a triangle, in triangle BCG, you have 80 plus 80 is 160. The sum of the three angles will be 180. So this will be 180 degrees minus 160 degrees and hence it will be 20. Now angle CBE was 60 degrees. So if this is 20, this becomes 40 degrees, right? And you have this angle EBF as 20 degrees. It's already given. So this is the first triangle that we consider. We construct BG equal to BC to get a equilateral triangle. So this is the figure that we have now. So we have written the angle values that we have so far been able to figure out. So that was the first step. In the second step, you have to look at the triangle BGE. Okay, now you consider the triangle BGE. In this triangle, this angle is 40 degrees. We found it out in the last step. This angle is 40, it is given. Now, if these two angles are equal, that means sides opposite to them will be equal. Hence, BG, which is opposite to this particular 40 degree, will be equal to GE, which is opposite this 40 degrees in this particular triangle BGE. So triangle BGE becomes an isosceles triangle, and again from the angle sum property, the sum of angles of triangle BGE should be 180 degrees. Now this is 40, this is 40, so angle BGE would be equal to 100 degrees, right? It can also be found out since this is a straight line, so if this is 80 degrees, a linear pair would make 180 degrees. So from there also you could find out that this is 100 degrees. So this is another thing that you have been able to figure out. Okay, so now we have the angles in this form. Now the third triangle that we need to consider is the triangle BCF. Now when you look at the triangle BCF, what do you have? You have this angle is 20, this angle is 40 and this angle is 20. So the total is 80 degrees. This angle is 50 degrees. So again from the angle sum property of a triangle, this angle would come out to be 50 degrees, right? This angle is going to come out to be 50 degrees because 50 plus 50 plus 80 would be equal to 180 degrees. Now, if these two angles are equal, the sides opposite to them would be equal and hence BC will become equal to BF, right? So BC becomes equal to BF and this triangle again becomes an equilateral triangle. So this is the next triangle that we have considered. So this is the figure that we have now. Okay, we have still not attempted to try to find out the angle X because it's still not possible. We now consider another triangle and that triangle is created by joining G with F. So you have a triangle BGF. Okay, so now in this triangle BGF, what do you have? You have BG equal to BF, right? In the last step we saw in the last step, we figured it out that BC is equal to BF and BC was equal to BG as well because we had constructed it. So BG is equal to BF. So triangle BGF becomes an isosceles triangle. Now this particular angle is 60 degrees, 40 plus 20. And these two angles have to be equal. And from the angle sum property, the total of the angles has to be 180 degrees. So if this is 60, sum of these two would be 120. And since it is an isosceles triangle, they have to be equal. So each of them would be 60 degrees each. This was 50. This complete angle would be 60 degrees. And hence this will be 10 degrees. So you have 60, 60, 60. So this basically becomes an equilateral triangle. Instead of an isosceles, it becomes an equilateral triangle because all the angles of the triangle are equal to 60 degrees. Now in that case, BG equal to BF is equal to GF because that's what happens in an equilateral triangle. All the sides become equal. So this is what you get in this particular step. Now this is the triangle that you have. Now you consider the triangle GFE. In the triangle GFE, you find that sides GF and GE are equal from the previous step, which makes triangle GFE an isosceles triangle. Now when this is an isosceles triangle, this was 60, this complete thing was 100 if you remember, or even from a straight line perspective, this would become 40 degrees. This triangle is isosceles. So what does it make? It makes angle GFE equal to angle GEF. Angle GFE would be equal to angle GEF, right? And what will angle GFE plus angle GEF be equal to? It will be equal to 180 degree, or in the triangle GFE, angle GFE plus GEF plus angle EGF would be 180 degrees. Angle GFE plus angle GEF will be equal to 180 degrees minus angle EGF. EGF is 40 degrees. So you have 140 degrees. Also, since both of them are equal, therefore angle GEF will be equal to 140 by 2, that is 70 degrees. Now when angle GEF is 70 degrees, what is GEF? GEF is 40 degrees plus X, and that is equal to 70 degrees, and hence what you get X as 70 minus 40, which is equal to 30 degrees. So this is how you solve the world's hardest easy problem in geometry. So go ahead, revisit this video. Once you're clear with it, go and test your friends as well. Okay, so have a good day.